morning, everybody. This is Betsy. I'm here today to share a photo album / journal that I made. I found this beautiful paper by a company called Stamperia, and it's called Old Lace. And I just love old laces. I am addicted to old laces and have quite a lot. Mostly small remnants. I don't buy the real expensive ones, but I've been lucky because I've found a few here and there over the years that I just adore. And so I've tried to incorporate a few of them in this book, and also some other papers from different designers, because the only thing with the Stamperia paper is it's double-sided and each side has a unique design. So unless you buy 2 or 3 packs, you really have to pick and choose which patterns you want to use. So I was lucky enough to find a lot of things that I already had, though, that went well with the papers. This is old tulle here and some vintage lace that I had from the 70s. This is a beautiful French handmade beaded flower and has a little pearl and another tiny pearl there. So I just wired that to this lace, and so that's how it's wrapped. And I found this in another paper collection that I already had and fussy cut her. I thought she looked so cute there because if you can tell, she's reading a letter, and here's an envelope here. I just thought it went well together. And the spine has some antique lace on it. I used a material called Tyvek for the spine. This is from the Stamperia collection, and so is the back page. Kind of a collage of fabrics and papers. I'm sorry, fabrics and laces. So pretty. Okay, so let's get started here. Okay, some more pretty papers. Another lady. Lots of little corsets are in this collection with pretty embroidery and cut work and laces. And so I fussy cut this one, and she's 3-dimensional there, and I added a little crystal, some more old lace down at the bottom here. I made a lot of tags with the corsets. You could journal on the back. And the other thing I did was I made some tags and I put little remnants of those laces that I have. Of course, just a sampling of them, but I thought that was kind of neat. And I made a tiny little perfume bottle because I used a rubber stamp that was gifted to me on this tag, and it has a saying on it by Coco Chanel. A woman can be overdressed, but never over elegant. I love that. And this is a magnetic butterfly, again from the Stamperia collection. I put some glossy accents on the antenna, and that does open up. And this would be a good spot here to put some small photos. And this page is pretty much for decoration. I just think that's kind of a pretty composition. I used a die cut here, and I put a little patina on it with some turquoise paint, and tea-dyed a doily. It's just a paper doily. And this is another piece of old lace. Special name for that type, I forget what it is. These papers did not come in the collection. They were from my stash. This one I got from someplace online, either Graphics Fairy or Pinterest. And I have 2 of these papers. They come from a ladies' home journal in 1890. And I just thought that they were so apropos because, you know, these are the ladies that wore those corsets. Poor things. And there's some corset ads. And I get a kick out of this. This woman who wrote this article, well, I don't know if she wrote it. It says edited by Mrs. Malon. So maybe she could only edit it. Maybe she couldn't be given full recognition for being the author. I don't know, but I find that interesting that they would call themselves Mrs. instead of using their first names. It's another little journal tag. So that fits in there. This fits in there. And some more. This is that old lace on the spine. And this is just a little sampling of that. I put a pearl pin to hold it there. And here's a card that I stuck in there. I added some glitter. This would be cute for a photo or journaling. And just to show you, this is the thinness of the paper. Gorgeous designs, but I really wish it were a little bit thicker. However, you can always back it with other paper, which I've done in most cases. In fact, for this, something like this, I use chipboard in between papers. So they're nice and sturdy. This is a border from the collection, and I just fringed it so it looks like a curtain. Some old trims, some mother of pearl button, and I used a Velcro attachment here. I love those because so often I forget to use magnets, and after I've had things glued down, I can't use them because you can't cover them up. But with the Velcro, it's so it's not conspicuous, so it's fun to use that, and they're very strong. Another little lady, and this opens up with another butterfly here. I have a magnet here, and this is a pretty lace envelope. I just stuck that in there because I thought, you know, it just goes so well. So when you make these photo albums, if you use the Stamperia papers, see what you have. There's so many things that will go with these gorgeous papers. So that goes there. And let's see, did I skip that page? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did. This is from a Tim Holtz collection. I love this fancy alphabet. If you look at the 1890s fashion magazines, like the old Peterson magazines, I don't know if you're familiar with those, they're very big old books. And they have beautiful pictures, they have poems, stories that all were written back in the 1800s. I have about 4 or 5 of them. I just cherish them. But they would have these gorgeous letters that women could embroider, and I just thought that was so perfect. Another corset ad and another article by Mrs. Malon. Bless her heart. Imperfection, I just love that there. I thought, don't we women try so hard to be perfect? We really do. It's okay to be imperfect, and trust me, I am quite imperfect. Okay, so I showed you this one. This page, here's an example of my my lack of perfection. I don't know what I did here. I don't know, I think maybe the page tore or something, but I had to double up on it and make it thick for some reason. I put this tool here to cover it so it didn't look so conspicuous. And this is just a little card from the collection. Little tiny mini paper clip from Tim Holtz. Some more little tags, a little round one. This is a rubber stamp. I think maybe Martha Stewart. I don't know, I have so many little odds and ends of things. This paper was not from the collection. I got that from years ago from a company called Recollections. So that went really well there, I thought. And some more little tags. Don't you love those corsets? And this flips up. You could put a picture there, or a notepad. A little butterfly metal charm, some more little lace. Another pretty little corset. I try to add a lot of glitter here and there. I don't overdo it. I just like a little touch here and there because I think it just adds so much. And oops, where that? Oh, that came from the back of one of my tags. I don't know. I have to find that later. And then I added some rhinestones around the edge. I thought that was pretty. Okay, let's see here. So another cut work type lace. Put on around a little tag with a pearl pin. This is a mat. It's actually a photo mat. This is from the collection. Added some pretty glitter, and on the back you could put a photo. That fits inside there, just to the point of the heart. From the collection. I just love these papers. Made a bookmark with that old lace again, with a heart. And this is from the collection. This envelope was from the collection. It says, "Thoughts that whisper to my heart." Added some pearls. This is gorgeous antique lace. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's just a little remnant. Look how pretty that is. I just adore it. You know, you just wonder who else touched that and who else thought it was beautiful. Who else was touched by it? I found these little paper pads on eBay, I believe. No, it was Amazon actually. And they come plain and you can stamp them or draw on them. I put a little bird on one side, and this stamp I've had for years. I don't even know where I got it, but it's one of my very favorites. I think it's so cool looking. So that just clips onto there. I won't do that right now. And here's some more lace, old lace, on this little tag. So really, this is a nice little book to keep some old lace samples. You can use it for that as well. And an old button with the thread still in it, postcard. Another pocket with some tags for journaling. Put a photo there. And I made a corner, a little corner with the flowers from the collection. Just cut them out and put them together so everything could fit right inside there. So basically that is my mini album, and I hope to show you 2 more in the near future. I've just been obsessed with making them. It happens to me every January, February. I become obsessed with something or another that I have to create. And so right now it's these mini albums, and I just made one. I'll just show you a quick little preview. I just finished this one. This is all about steampunk. And I had so much fun making this one. I'll share that one probably next. And I also made one with the Stamperia papers, all about Alice in Wonderland. So I'll be sharing that one as well. It's funny because I was never an Alice fan when I was a little girl. I never liked Alice in Wonderland. But these papers that I have are just absolutely stunning, and I will be happy to share them and tell you about that one as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you've lasted this long, I think I've done this video about 5 times. I just couldn't talk much. I couldn't talk well today, but I think I've talked quite a bit. So anyway, have a great day and try to do some art. Take care. Bye-bye.